What up guys, my name is Kong and today I'm back again for another anime review. Today I'm going to be talking about Boku no, I was just going to skip it, I'm going to say My Hero Academia Season 3, I believe, Episode 17. Either way, I'm going to put in the description and the titles, you guys are going to know what I'm talking about. But let's talk about the, this is the continuation of the provisional exam. I think this is part 3, I believe. Episode 3 of the provisional. And we're mainly focused on Class 1A and the certain individuals. So let me talk about what happened in the movie, and then there's certain things that I want to point out. So first we get to see, you know, Todoroki, how he's fighting against these guys that look like ninjas, or you know, they remind me of the ninja in Naruto. You know, that's what it made me think of, and they're like using all they are like working together to take out Todoroki, and that to me, it tell me that one, these kids or these high school students are really smart. They understand the idea of teamwork. They understand the idea of utilizing each individual teammate work to his full potential, his full purpose. Kind of like what Deku is doing. He understands, he knows what all his teammates' quirk is and how to utilize it. So that's what's delicious. But and on the other side is that it make me understand that like Todoroki is a really powerful individual because he had fire and flame. I'm sorry, he had fire and ice, and he had two powers in one. It's not a lot of not a lot of individuals have that quirk, you know, except for All For One, you know. He's probably the only other individuals that have more than one quirk. So it's like they are in the categories of rare, and when they become rare, they're quite powerful quirk. So it made me realize that it take them, maybe I think it was like 5 or 6 guys to actually take him out, try to take him out, but he took care of it, Todoroki, and you also get to see that he's actually really smart. He's a tactician because he is taught by, you know, his father, you know, and he understands that you have to use your surrounding to your advantage and use your quirk to maximize that, you know, that advantage that you understand your surrounding. So that was really good, and it showed Todoroki intelligence and his tactics of understanding his surrounding. So now let's move on to I want to move on to Deku, then I'm gonna come back to Momo. So Deku is really an intelligent person for his age. It's because he's really able to sit down and assess the situation. He understands what's happening. So what happened with how he explained it was they all work at the beginning because when all of those people that, you know, pass the test, the number of people is gonna fall down. It's gonna dwindle down, and then they're gonna have to fight among each other to, you know, be the first, those 100 people that pass the test. So that's why Deku is realizing that, okay, you know, the numbers dwindling down. We have, how can we maximize that number, our chances of passing? So what I like about that is that, you know, when you have a group of people that's fighting against you, you can also use their number against them, you know. So that's the way how Deku is looking. It's like, okay, you know, we got Zero, he's the guy with the tape, and then you got Ochoko, she's like I call her Miss Gravity because she can like make people lighter than they really are, and then obviously Deku will have the power of one for all, and he does that. And what he decided to do was quite ingenious. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna be the decoy, and you guys can strap everybody that's is coming after us. I was like, what? And to me, that's like, wow, that's really smart of Deku to really assess the situation and take advantage of that, or flip the coin on his opponent. And that's the really key point, is that you have to be able to assess the situation, how to make the situation become your advantage, or make not every situation is an advantage or disadvantage. How you make the best of the situation is, and then how you turn it to your advantage is the key to becoming a really pro hero, or in anything in life, is how do you turn a situation to your advantage. So what they did was Ochako touched everybody and make everybody light, therefore they can't move, and then Zero just taped everybody. Ingenious move by Deku. It's smart. And then you go to now I'm gonna go to Bakugo, because it's a little short, and then I'm gonna go to Momo. So Bakugo, Bakugo and Kamahari and Kirishima, they encountered a school from this another school, and they're about to do a fight. So I'm done with that. So let's talk about Momo. This episode is really focused on Momo, because they spent a lot of time on her and the gang that she was with, class 1A. And then you have this other class from a different school, and they do the same thing as what they did to Todoroki. They really work together as a team and really, break down the team. But this team is led by this girl who is really intelligent, and I find one of her quote that's funny is like, it depending on the tea that she drank, it augmented her intelligence. But she still have a base intelligence of 150, which is considered high for most individuals. Then she was able to break down each and every individual in Oshuko's game. No, I'm not Oshuko. I mean Momo's group. And she also, what I like about that is she's practical. She's pragmatic, like Deku and like Todoroki. So she is one of those unnoticed leaders, because the team was really relying on her. She could be one of those leaders that we don't get to see. So she has that leader potential, and she's able to assess the situation. Emphasis on assess the situation, because they are in. When they become hero, they need to be able to assess the situation, understand what needs to be done. So this is really to stimulate that assessment skills. They need to develop their assessment skill, that quick decision making, and understanding what the villain or their opponent is trying to do. It's trying to predict what they're gonna do, and this is what Momo exhibit her pragmatic and her problem-solving skills, and she's really great at that. And she was able to think through and see, okay, she's figured out that they're chopping. I guess you can say chopping off the block, meaning breaking down each of the team member so they can like throw the ball on the spot. So Ochako, and I keep saying Ochako, but Momo is the you can say the unqualifiable factor that the intelligent girl cannot predict, because she can create anything. So when you have a person who can create anything, out of their body, you can't predict that, because the potential is so vast, you know. So that's why they save her for last. So they were expecting her to use her quirk, but Momo understand that they wanted her to use, but then she understand what she need to do. What she would need to build is a high frequency rate, high frequency boom to knock everybody out, and then have her team use headphone to prevent them from bleeding their air out and being knocked out. So to me, that tells me that she's one. Again, pragmatic. She's a problem solver. She can assess the problem, and she can understand how her opponent is thinking, and that's really important as a pro heroes. That's what you need to do, and as a person, as a being, as a person, not just in the anime, but as a person, you have to understand how other people thinks. So that's really critical. But and also, it tells me that her intelligence is actually really high. Really, really high. She's probably maybe a par or maybe slightly above the intelligent girl that would lead the other team. That it is also tells me that brain does not always defeat practical practice. You guys know what I'm saying, and when I say practical practice, it's meaning the problem solving, the figuring it out, the understanding the situation, assessing all of that. Is that intelligence does not always beat that, because you cannot predict the other person's intelligence or the problem solving skills. You cannot predict that, and that's what the intelligent girl fails to put that in her calculation. Fail to understand that Momo is the factor that she can't quite quantify. She quite can't comprehend, can't put a number on her, because does she have the possibility to create anything, and she's can't really, because her quirk, you can't put something on it. You can't figure. She doesn't really have a weakness. That's the key. So like I said, this episode is really focused on Momo, and I'm glad that we get to see her, because she's a really she's one of those heroes, or one of those side characters that can be a main characters other than Deku's or Todoroki or Bakuago. This episode could be all about her. I would have been fine. She have potential to be a great hero. And there was a funny moment when she about stretch her rip her spread her strap, that's covering her boob, and that sort of thing. There was some kind of like sexual innuendo, sexual position, that sort of thing. But beyond that, it's really about assessing the skills and understanding how to be a heroes. But anyway, I'm gonna end on that note, guys. I really enjoyed it. It's not an epic like All Might for versus All for One, but it's developing up all these other characters, and that's what I like about My Hero Academia, is that he really focused on other characters. And even though we don't get to focus on Deku, we get a little bit of Deku, but we get a little bit of the other kids, and that's really important, because when you have other people in the anime, you need to talk about them too. So, but anyway, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your time and effort to watching my anime review of My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 8 to 17 or something like that. And I really appreciate it. Please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channel. I have a lot of content on there, okay? And press that bell button. Smash the bell button for me, and I really do. And they help me and they help you. It's a two-way street, alright? And most importantly, all guys, I keep saying this every end of my video, is that I want to thank you. Thank you so much for your time to really watching my anime reviews every weekend. Anyway, take it, guys. Bye-bye.